Hey everyone! Today we're diving into something really cool, how to create totally unique, one-of-a-kind games for your kids. And the best part? We're going to use some tools that are super powerful, but also incredibly easy to get your hands on. So, let's jump right in.
So let me ask you something. What if you had an infinite toy box? I mean, a toy box that literally never, ever runs out of new characters, new worlds, and new things to play with. And in this amazing toy box, the usual rules don't apply. You're not stuck with the original stories. Nope. You could just reach in, grab any character from any story or legend you can think of, and drop them into a completely new world. You get to create brand new adventures, right there on the spot. I mean, just think about it. What would happen if Dracula, of all people, ended up in the land of Oz? Or what if the super logical Sherlock Holmes had to figure out a mystery in the totally bonkers world of Wonderland? That's the kind of wild, creative mashup we're talking about here.
All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll stick with this idea of the infinite toy box. Then, we'll get into the tools you'll actually need. After that, we're going to build a few games together, step by step. We'll also cover the legal side of things, the rules of the road, and then we'll send you off on your own creative adventure.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What's in this creative toolbox? It's actually pretty simple. You only need 2 key ingredients to make all this magic happen.
So your first ingredient is all that amazing public domain content out there. Think of this as your building blocks, all those classic stories, characters, and art that are free for anyone to use. Then your second ingredient is generative AI. This is like your creative sidekick, ready to whip up incredible images, text, and new ideas in like seconds. All right, now for the really fun part. Let's take those 2 ingredients and actually make something. I've got 3 super simple ideas for you that you can literally try today. First up, let's try making some character mashup cards. It's easy. You just pick 2 characters from the public domain, let's say Frankenstein's monster and the Mad Hatter. Then you ask an AI tool to create an image of them hanging out together. You could even write a little story prompt on the back of the card, to spark a debate or a whole new story. It's such a great way to get your kids' imagination firing on all cylinders. Okay, idea number 2, a custom coloring book. This is so simple. All you do is find a famous painting that's in the public domain, pop it into an AI image tool, and type in a prompt like, turn this into a coloring page for a child. And boom, in just a few moments, you have a totally unique coloring book that's ready to print. And for idea number 3, how about this, an illustrated poem puzzle? You take a classic poem, something in the public domain, and use AI to create a beautiful illustration for every single stanza. Then you can print them out, mix them up, and have your child put them back in order to tell the story. It's like a fun, hands-on literary puzzle. Okay, I know you're probably thinking, this all sounds amazing, but is it all, legal? And the short answer is yep, but there are definitely a few rules you'll want to know about. Let's break it down. So, this really gets to the heart of the matter. Who owns a work that's made entirely by an AI? If you just type a sentence into a tool and it spits out an image, who owns it? Is it you, the AI company, or nobody? Well, the courts have actually been pretty clear about this. A recent ruling basically says that if a work is generated by an AI without any real human involvement, it can't be copyrighted. That means, for all intents and purposes, it belongs to everyone. And since it can't be copyrighted, it falls right into the public domain, which means anyone, and that includes you, is totally free to use it, change it, and share it, whatever you want. So, here's the crucial thing to remember. It all boils down to how you're using the AI. Are you just telling it what to do, or are you actually part of the creative process yourself? Think about it this way. On one hand, you have AI as the author. This is where you just give a simple prompt and use whatever it spits out. That result, public domain. But on the other hand, you have AI as a tool. This is where you are in the driver's seat, using the AI to help you create something. In that case, your final creation can absolutely be copyrighted by you. So what does creative control actually mean? Well, the US Copyright Office is looking for your human touch, your authorship. For example, did you carefully select and arrange a bunch of different AI images to create something new? Did you take what the AI gave you and then change it up significantly? Or maybe you combined the AI's art with your own writing. The way they put it is pretty great. They want to see that you were the artist, not just a client giving directions. And that really brings us to the most important part of this whole equation, you, because you're the storyteller here. It's time for your next adventure. So let's put it all together. The public domain, that's your endless supply of building blocks. AI, that's your superpower, letting you visualize and create things in ways we couldn't before. But it's your creativity, your unique ideas, and your human touch that really brings the story to life for your kids. So now you've got the toolbox, and you've got the rules of the road. The only question left is, what incredible new world are you and your child going to build first?